Let's get into it. What's happening, guys? So yeah, a little bit of a different video today. Well, I've got a computer case here, and as you can see, it's from Sahara. It's their new C501 gaming PC case. So why don't we hear from the sponsor first, and then we'll get into the video. Go! What is happening, guys? This video is sponsored by Sahara Gaming and their new C501 EATX tempered glass gaming case, which offers an all-new design that will catch the eye of anyone who is looking to create an amazing look on their new PC setup. This case is compatible with ATX, MATX, ITX and EATX motherboards. Also, with their new design, offers some amazing new airflow features. This case comes with 4 140mm Blackhawk silent fans and has a compatibility to hold up to 6 140mm fans also. The front panel connections come with a USB 3.0 and 2.0, HD audio port, power and reset, and also the RGB controller. This case can hold up to 4 SSDs and up to 3 mechanical hard drives. The case also has the ability for vertical GPU mounting with a video card holder mount, also to stop graphic cards from sagging. Head to the link in the description to check out their website and their amazing products. So guys, what's happened? I have a great video today. Absolutely unbelievable video today, because this video was sponsored by Sahara Gaming. In Sahara Gaming, I've used their products for a long time. The case I'm using at the moment and the Duo Pirate fans are all from Sahara Gaming. A lot of you have been asking me where they're from. Go to the links in the description, you'll be able to find where they're all from. But today we're going to be looking at their new C501 case. I'm going to get it unboxed and then we're going to go through the whole process of what it's all about. So I'm going to quickly get this up on the desk and we'll go from there. There we have it. Wow. Wow. So anyways, this is Sahara's new C501 case, and it is a beautiful case. So I currently have their one here at the moment, which I think is the P35 in white. So yeah guys, this is the new C501 from Sahara Gaming case, and I am ecstatic. This is a beautiful case. But anyways, what we're going to do, so we're going to talk a little bit about the case itself, and then we're going to go into it from there. So, as you can see on the front here, we've got the nice tempered glass with the 2 screws on the side, unlike the old one. So the one I've got at the moment, the 4 screws are actually on the tops. I'll show you just now. But with this one is quite handy because obviously, yes, it's got the plexiglass on the front, but it doesn't have any screw ports on the front, which gives it a nice look because you don't always want to be staring at screws. So they actually are hidden at the back of the computer. You've got 2 grub screws at either side and they just simply unscrew. So 2 screws come off, and I have to say, compared to when I first got this one, the screws on the back of the case were quite flimsy. They weren't the best, but I have to admit they have made a massive adjustment with this one, and the screws feel so strong. The ports line up perfectly, so they really have made some amazing changes. So glass comes off quite simply; it just slides right off. And as I've always said, make sure you put your glass back in the box, because if it breaks, well, I guess it's your fault. So what we're going to do is have a quick look on the inside and see what we'll. So I've got the side panel off, which is for the tempered glass, and it's the same process. We've taken off the back one as well, just simple 2 grub screws. Simple as that, 2 grub screws. They've made it really nice and easy to get these panels off, and that just slides off like that, and you've got a solid panel at the back as well. Pop that to one side, and as you can see, we've already got some amazing features. So we've got 6 big cutouts. I believe these are 20mm cutouts for the cables, so they run through from your power supply up to through your motherboard and graphics card and your SSD drives as well. So they're all there. And like I said in the video before, this can hold up to 4 SSDs and 3 mechanical hard drives also.
So on this, you've already have the sponsons already fitted for the motherboard as well. So you've got your points going on here. It also tells you what we're working with as well. So you've got AMI, AM, M, or E. So it's really nice. And it's got ATX, micro ATX, mini ITX, and extended ATX. So it really is compatible with a multiple amount of motherboards. So it really is quite handy. So you've got the base at the bottom here. So this is for all your cabling and your mechanical hard drives, which will fit just at the back. And you'll also have this little cutout here. So if you've got a power supply with, say, nice labelling on the side or some form of RGB, that's going to sit right there, and it's really going to add a nice aesthetic to your case. So the one I received from Sahara has 4 140mm fans already pre-installed, which is one at the back just there. Oh. There we go, I went the wrong way for a second there. So we've got a 140mm fan that's fit at the back at there, and they are phenomenal. The Sahara case that I had last time, which you can see just here, they are the Duo Pirates 120. They are phenomenal fans, but these are 140s. So yeah, these are the Hawk Duo fans as well. So these are 140mm and then ones are 120. I've never had 140mm fans, so I'm not 100% sure how they cope with the airflow, but I'm sure these are going to perform phenomenally. Probably will get another couple because you can put 2 more fans up at the top here, which really is a nice touch. So what we're going to do is get this front panel off, and then we're going to go from there. And always hate doing these because they always pop off on my face. There we go. So as you can see there, 3 big 140mm fans. And the one thing I like about this case compared to the P35 is when you take the front panel off, the front panel connector is, all the front panel connection switches are actually built into the panel itself. So when you do pull out, it can get a bit tricky because you're pulling on the cables, and I hate doing it. But with this guy, they're built into the actual case itself, so it makes it really easy to get this guy off if you need to do any fan cleaning or if you want to change your fans out. Don't have to worry about pulling any cables whatsoever, and it makes it great. So as I said, you've got these huge 140mm fans going on right here, and they really are huge. Like I said, they are classed as silent fans as well, so adds into the aesthetic. So then what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the back. Now, so the fans that are already installed, I've got the connectors going on here, the Molex connectors. We've got a little bit of information here to do with the master fan and how to install the fans exactly, so it gives you a great feel about what we're working with. And we also have a box, and so a little bit of information. So I assume this is the layout of the case, all the little parts to it, the connectors, the cables that are already there, which is quite handy to have. And then we have an accessory box as well. So this will have your GPU clamping, like I said in the sponsor video. So this will be fitted to the bottom of the case, which will allow you to prop up your graphics card, stop it from sagging in the case, because bigger and heavier graphics cards tend to do that. But like I said, this also allows you to mount your graphics card on vertically, which I love as an aesthetic. I always wanted my graphics card vertically set, but obviously you will need a PCI 16 slot extender, which I'll drop in the description below so you know where to get them from as well. But they also have cable management clips. So as you can see here, we have one fitted right here. So basically all this is, this stops you from using, actually I'll get one out of the box so you can see exactly what they look like. It's already got one installed. It does come with, I believe, 2 others. So this kind of prevents you from using cable ties, and you know they get really messy and they're really tight. And you always, if you want to change anything to your computer, and you have to cut the cable ties, make sure you've got more. If you don't, you're pretty much screwed. So they give you these things here. So as you can see there, so it's got some sticky back tape on the back. All you do, peel that, stick that where you want it, and all your cables will run through that little hole there. So if you ever want to make any changes to your case or anything like that, you don't need to rip out all your cables. All you need to do is just pop your cables outside the clips and you're done. Cable management to a T. All the cases I've had in this, the P35 white, this one here I've had is probably my 4th or 5th case. And this has to be one of the best ones. And for the matter of fact, how expensive it is. Well, it's not expensive. It's £72 on the Sahara game website, link in the description. And it really is, compared to how much they've put into this case, and it doesn't cost anything at all. It's phenomenal, unbelievable. So we'll have a little bit of the connectors. So as I said, you've got the slots on the side here, which allow for your cables to run through from your power supply, which will be sat down here, through into the motherboard, which makes it a lot easier and a lot cleaner. You don't see as much cabling when you look from the tempered glass side. Also, you have this big 170mm cutout for the back of your motherboard. So say if you're going to do a cooler change or a CPU cooler change on your motherboard, you don't have to rip your motherboard out, get it all sorted, and then put it back in. You can leave the motherboard in because you have all this space here to get it sorted. And I'll show you that later on, because there's going to be another little sneak preview on the next video of what this is going to look like with all the internals of this case in here. Stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. But anyways, getting off track here. So let's get into it a bit further. So on the bottom here, as you say, so this is quite a large space for the power supply to go. So for the power supply block, you have a 230mm clearance from the base of the power supply all the way through, so you do have quite a lot of space. But where the hard drive track is and the cage is, if you remove that, you have a total of 380mm. So if you're not going to be using mechanical hard drives, that can just be removed by a few screws on the bottom. Put it to one side, you don't need it. That gives you a lot more space for your power supply if it is, say, a longer. So if it's a Corsair i1500, they are very long. So maybe if you're going to put that in, that'll work out quite well. But for the standard, you get 230mm, which will fit pretty much all basic power supply units. I'm not totally sure how long a power supply unit is, or whether it's modular, semi-modular or not. But yeah, you've got plenty of space. So you also have quite a few parts of padding foam as well on the bottom. That's just simply so when you install your power supply unit, it stops vibration. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. No matter how many people tell you it stops arcing, it does not. It does not do anything. The power supply is already grounded. Just stop saying that in your videos. So this is only to stop the power supply from rattling, so it's not metal on metal. That's all it's for. And then you also have your cage at the bottom here, and that is simply where your mechanical hard drives would slide in. So with this, it makes it easier. You can just unscrew the cage, slide it out, put your hard drives in, and then get them put in. Instead of some cases where you can't remove the cage, this cage is totally removable, so it's quite handy. Plus, I know it's not massive, but aesthetically, this is great. I love this. So my old P35 doesn't have feet, it just has a bar that the computer sits on. But these has little silver feet, and I'm sorry to all you guys, but that is a major thing to me. I like the matter of fact it has feet. It's great. But just talking about the bottom of the case as well, where the power supply goes, you also have a magnetic filter as well. So that sits on the bottom of there as well, which makes it quite nice. So if, say, your computer is on the floor when it shouldn't be, it should be elevated, but it will prevent a lot of dust getting into your power supply, so it makes it a lot easier to clean, shall I say. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the back of the case now. So as you can see on the back of the case, is pretty basic to how you would. You've got your exhaust fan cut out here, and you also have your gap here for your I/O shield. You also have 7 slots as well for any form of PCI cards or graphics card, network cards, USB cards. And my favourite part, my absolute favourite part, is you have a vertical trap for your graphics card as well, which is unbelievable because I've always wanted to have my graphics card vertically so I can see the RGB lighting, the fans, etc. It's just been one of my things. One of my pet hates is the matter of fact that graphics cards, when they're in horizontally, they just do not look nice. I know there's a lot of them out there with all big Gucci RGB on the side and on the top. I don't have one of those. I have a RTX GeForce 2060 Gaming X, so the RGB is on the bottom, you get a little hologram on the side. I want to preview it vertically. I want to see that beast. I want to see why I spend, you know, 400 or 500 quid on it or whatever. But anyways, yeah. So you've got your power supply block down here, which is pretty basic. Nothing new there. Exhaust. So there was a lot of complaints on previous cases with the slots, so the brackets. These don't actually unscrew; they snap off. But Sahara have already thought of that, and what they actually do is they give you a few. They give you a few extra clips as well. So if you pull out 4 of them, one for a graphics card, USB card and a network card, and one day you decide that you don't want to use one of them anymore, take that out and all you've got to do is place one of these in, and it stops you from having that big gap as I have on my previous one. But yes, thank you Sahara for including these. It makes the build a lot better and a lot quicker. So you also get a crap ton of screws as well. They really have included literally a crap ton of screws, which is always handy because I don't know about you guys, but I am forever losing my screws. I've got a few screws loose anyways, but yeah. So when it comes to where the fans are based as well, I know there's a lot of people out there that would want to prefer to use radiators, which is perfectly fine with this case. You'll be quite surprised what what sizes of radiators you can actually use with this case, which is great. So the maximum you can use for the exhaust, I believe, is a 140mm radiator fan. For the top of the case, which is where you can also hold two 140mm fans as well. You can either hold a 120mm radiator all the way up to 280mm radiator on the top here. So if you're going to use a CPU cooler as well, so a water cooled cooler, you can have your radiator on the top, so that'll fit up to 280mm as well, which is really handy. And then on the front, you can hold it up from 120mm radiator all the way up to 360mm, so that really does fit in quite nicely. So you're not going to have to worry about if you're going to be buying one of these and you're going to be swapping out your old system. If your radiator is that large, it will fit in this case. This case really is huge. It really is. So height wise, compared to my P35, it's probably about an inch smaller than the P35, which doesn't make any difference whatsoever because it is a lot wider. You know, there's a lot more help when it comes to cable management. There's a lot more room. There's a lot more room internally in the case as well for SSD drives, your fans, radiators, all that good stuff. So when it comes to the front panel connectors, like I said, it also comes with USB 3.0 and 2.0 ports. You have one of each of them. You have a HD audio port, your RGB control, and your power and reset switches. So they supply them as well. Obviously most cases do. So you've got your USB 3.0, which is there. You have your USB 2.0, your HD audio, and you have the, as I call, the octopus, which is all the little tiny switches for the power supply, RGB control, etc., which I hate installing. It drives me nuts. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the front panel back on, the side panel and the tempered glass, and then we're going to go through a little bit more there. As I said before, here you also have the magnetic filter on the top for your fans, which is a great addition. So it allows you to clean the filters so easily. And you also have your ports going on here, which is your USB 3, two USB 2.0s, headphone and microphone jack, power button, restart, and also RGB control. So from the back of the case, as you can see, you have 7 PCI slots, and you also have 3 vertical PCI slots for GPU vertical mounting. You have the power supply unit at the bottom, which is just as normal, and the 140mm fan capability for the exhaust. So we've got the nice tempered glass on the outside, and as you can see, as I was saying before, there is no screw ports on the front of the glass, which gives it that better aesthetic, so makes it look a lot cleaner. You've got the air filtration on the side of the front of the panel, which allows in for more airflow to be drawn in through those huge silent 140mm fans. So from this side of the case, you can see that big 170mm cutout, which is for easy access to the back of the motherboard, which is for the CPU cooler. You also have the 6 20cm ports there for cable management, and also the 2 sleeves on the side there, which allows you to route your cables, hiding them, making cable management very simple. You have the cage on the bottom, which is for your mechanical hard drives, and you also have the big space there for your power supply unit as well. So guys, as you can see here, one of the cases, which is the P35 in white, as you can see the RGB rings go in there, which is the P35, which I am currently using at the moment, and as the other one is the Sahara Gaming, the brand new C501. It depends what sort of aesthetic you want to go for. So as you can see, if you want a tempered glass with RGB showing up with the fans, you know, you can go for the P35. But I believe that the C501 really does have a better aesthetic with the plain front. So yeah guys, like I said, this is the brand new C501, and just from that perspective, it really is a phenomenal case. So the one thing I forgot to tell was the dimensions, which is 44 by 28 by 48. So relatively is quite a large case, but it has so much going for itself. The extra space at the back of the panel for cable management, which is great. Every case I've ever had always has struggled with the cable management at the back by only giving you, not even a quarter of an inch to work with cables, but this one does allow for at least up to an inch of cable management at the back. Also the ability to use 140mm fans throughout the whole of the case, and also up to a 360mm radiator on the front. I've always went for cases with a tempered glass front so I can see the fans, but I've kind of went to a different perspective of where I want the case to look a lot smoother and aesthetically look a lot nicer. And I believe with this one, even on the front, does look great. Obviously from the side as well, with the tempered glass, you just have the tempered glass. You don't have any screw ports, don't have anything covering it, which also adds to the aesthetic. even going to the back, how they've actually managed to fit vertical mounting for the graphics card, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that aesthetically thinks that looks amazing. But there is a project coming up. Now I do have this, there is a project coming up in the next video, which what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out all the components from my P35 case and transfer it over to the C501, so you can see exactly how this comes together when you add all the parts to it, and I'm sure it's going to look amazing. I'm sure you're going to be all looking forward to that video as well. Like I said, if you go to the link in the description for the Sahara Gaming website, you will be able to see it all for yourself. Maybe this case isn't for you, maybe you want something a little bit different, but I have to say, for the amount of effort and time and how strong the build quality is, for a case that's only £70, I was expecting this case to be upwards of £150 to £200, just for the amount of effort they have put into it and how strong and sturdy it is, and they really haven't missed anything. I don't think there would be anything on this case I would change, especially off the top of my head. I really couldn't think of anything. They really have put all the eggs in one basket and just unbelievably made, but they really have made one fantastic case. But like I said guys, if you stay tuned to the following and to the next video by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell, you will be able to see this PC being built from the old Sahara gaming case to the new Sahara gaming case. I'm very excited for that video as well, because this case is going to fit in perfectly with my desk setup. But anyways guys, first of all I would like to thank Sahara Gaming for sponsoring this video and sending over their brand new C501 case. I want to thank you lot at home as well watching for getting me to 1,000 subscribers, as I have just looked at my computer there and I have got now 1,000. So I just want to thank you all very much for watching my videos and supporting the channel. And just remember guys, if you want to look at any of Sahara Gaming products, the link will be in the description, and all the products are there. You will not be dissatisfied by what they have released and what they have in stock. So check the links in the description and go check them out. And also, if you do like the look of my merch that I do wear in my videos, a link will be down in the description as well, so you can go take a look at that. I have 2 new logos I have recently just released, so go check them out as well. But anyways guys, that was the video. Yet again, thank you to Sahara Gaming for sponsoring this video, and thank you all you guys for watching at home, for making this channel possible. I'm doing these tech tips. That's a C501 case, and I'm out. Catch you on the next one.